Yo, 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 yo. Salute, salute, salute. What's going on, people? It's your boy Jay Jordan back again. Day 2 in a row with another live watch along. Tonight on USA Network, we have the Toronto Tempo with a 7-7 record going against the Indiana Fever with an 8-5 record. Salute to everyone that tapped in to the channel. Salute to TikTok, to Twitch, to YouTube, the Sideline crew. Hope everyone is doing well on this, what's today, Tuesday evening. Hope everyone is doing well. All right, we're going to get right into it. Let me just get everything set up here. Salute, salute. What's going on, Kyle? What's up, Jonathan? Salute, salute. Hope everyone is doing well. Game starts at 7 p.m. Eastern. 7 p.m. Eastern, so we're about 3-ish minutes away from 7 p.m. So we'll see if they actually start on time. All right, let's get right into it. Starting lineup for the visiting Toronto Tempo: Julie Alamon, Brittany Sykes, Marina Mabry, Laura Euskaita, and Isabel Harrison got embroiled in some controversy in the last game against the Atlanta Dream. On their bench, they have Maria Conde, Teoni Key, Temi Fagbenle, Kia Nurse, and Tima Pouye. Niara Sabali and Kiki Rice both out with injuries. For the Indiana Fever, we have Caitlin Clark. She was questionable. She's playing today, or probable she's playing today. You have Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hull, Monique Billings, and Aaliyah Boston. On the bench, you have Maisha Hines-Allen, Michaela Timpson, Sophie Cunningham, Ty Harris, Raven Johnson, Grace Van Sluten, and Demiris Dantas. You have Justine Passad and Bree Hall. I think they're the development players for the Fever. They are not available today. All right, this is This is the first matchup of the season between the new expansion team Toronto and the Indiana Fever. So this is our first look at these two teams going at it. So we'll see how that plays out. This is the first of 3 matchups. They'll play today, then they'll play again on August 18th, and then they'll play again, finish the season on September 18th. So that's the deal. What's going on here? Toronto, BB out for Toronto. We got Nayara Sabali and Kiki Rice. Kimo, salute for the jewels. Appreciate you. Salute, salute. Nayara Sabali and Kiki Rice both out. Remember, Kiki Rice hurt her ankle. I forgot what game it was where she turned that ankle bad. I think I was actually watching that game and I saw it happen. And then Nayara Sabali, I love that girl. She's in my intro for my video. I gotta make a new intro since she's not on the Liberty anymore. But unfortunately, she is hurt. Dole Banana on Twitch. Am I streaming the Fever? I am, but I'm not putting the live game on the stream. That's for everybody. TikTok, Twitch, YouTube. I do not put the live game on the stream. This is stats, commentary only. No live footage. That's the quickest way to your account to get out of here. No, man, what's going on? Salute, salute. What's going on, my friend? Covering this game, also trying to keep your health together. You missed a couple games, but you're back on the beat. Yeah, definitely. I think I shot you my email in one of the comments, but yeah, definitely reach out. I'm gonna be busy doing this until Thursday, and then I'm gonna be out the country for a week. I'm gonna try and do some from where I'll be, but we'll see what happens, time difference and all. But stay healthy, stay safe out there, and glad to see you back in these YouTube streets. All right, it looks like the broadcast is starting. This game is on USA Network if you're in the USA. So that's the way you can watch it. Salute to everyone joining. Is the tomato ban still in effect? Nah, I think I got my Nightbot in check. I had to go. We had to have a man-to-man or a man-to-robot conversation. And I think he's going to be better tonight. So I think we should be good. We got Tamika Catchings, the Indiana Fever legend, on the USA broadcast, as well as Megan McPeak doing the commentary here tonight. I know they said the Liberty have clinched the spot, but I still don't really understand how, if I'm understanding the rules correctly. Um, because technically, if the Fever win today and the Liberty, well, the Fever would have to, if the Fever win today and the next game, and the Liberty lose today, I mean lose tomorrow, excuse me, then it could put a wrench in the plans. At least from my understanding. But if they say the Liberty clinched already, then the Liberty clinched. We'll see. We shall see. All right, Caitlin Clark was just nominated, or was just not nominated. She was awarded Eastern Conference Player of the Week. For the past week. The week runs Tuesday to Monday, if I remember correctly. So it was Caitlin Clark in the East and Asia Wilson in the West. Caitlin Clark averaged 25.3 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 6.7 assists. For her play during the past week. And Asia Wilson averaged 30 points per game, 9 rebounds, and 2.7 blocks. As I mentioned during the intro, Isabel Harrison got into a little kerfuffle with Angel Reese. People are strongly on opposite sides of the coin when it comes to how that went down. She had a season high 17 points on Sunday versus the Dream before she got ejected. Aaliyah Boston coming into this game with 3 straight doubles. Tudo, what's going on? Salute, salute. Hope all is well. I know this couple excites you. I got this cup at the next game. During the finals 2026. This was a souvenir they were giving out when you got a drink at the concession. Always Knicks. Got one for my mom as well. So salute the Knicks. Not a Knicks fan, but New York pride. I gotta give them some salute here. Yeah, that parade on Thursday is gonna be insane. I'm not going nowhere near downtown today. On Thursday, I should say. Parade is on Thursday for the Knicks. I'm not going nowhere near the city. It's gonna be a madhouse out there. But broadcast is starting. They're doing like the introduction of players. They're playing the Fever's introductory video. So we're not missing anything yet. I have a poll up on the YouTube. Who do you think will be the leading scorer tonight? Is it Caitlin? Is it Marina Mabry? Or is it another player? Put it, if you're on TikTok, put it in the comments. Twitch, put it in the comments. YouTube, make sure you fill out the poll. Who do you think will be tonight's leading scorer? It's going to be interesting to see who will be tonight's leading scorer in this one. Right, Fever, as I mentioned, 8-5. Toronto right behind them at 7-7. If I look at the standings here, Fever are currently the 7th seed, and Toronto is currently the 9th seed. Toronto riding a 2-game losing streak, and the Fever riding a 3-game winning streak, tied for second longest in the league behind New York, and then the team they're tied with is the Golden State Valkyries. Right, they're doing starting lineup introductions for the Indiana Fever. My girl Mo getting introduced right now. I like Mo Billings. He hasn't been the greatest this season, but it is what it is. Anybody watching the World Cup? I was watching that France and Senegal game. Thankfully, my boss told me to stay home because I work close to the MetLife Arena where they played, and he was like, the traffic is crazy, so stay home. So I got a work from home day. I was able to watch that here. And Kylian Mbappe, one of my favorite football players I've ever seen. This guy, he's different, man. Man's only like, what is he, 27, 28 years of age, and he's second all time in World Cup goals scored. He's the all time leading goal scorer for France. Guy, he's different. Had 2 goals today. Could have had a hat trick if they called that. They upheld that penalty. That boy Killian is different. Yeah, literally caught it. Not I said caught it like we playing American football. Literally got the ball to feet, turned around, took a couple steps, hurled it into the top left corner. Nasty goal. Goalkeeper was full stretch, couldn't even touch it. Guilty. I think Norway and Iraq are playing right now. At halftime, Norway's up 2-1. 2-1. Another bad striker, and bad meaning good, not bad. That boy Erling Haaland hit 2 goals in the first half, so you got some good football going on right now. All right, enough about football. Let's get into this game. They're showing the starting lineups again. I have them on your screen for you. For the people on TikTok, it's Alamon, Sykes, Mabry, Yuskaita, and Harrison. For the Fever, it's Caitlin, Kelsey, Lexi, Monique, and Aaliyah Boston. Hey, Max, I'm not putting the actual game on the screen. I'll just be showing you the live stats once this game gets underway. All right, so it's Boston versus Harrison for the tip. Ball is up, and we kick this game off, people, with the Toronto Tempo in possession. Julie Alamon with the rock. This is a Commissioner's Cup game. Toronto's basically out. Fever, I believe the Fever still have a chance, but I'm still unclear about that. Mabry gets it over to Yuskaita. Back to Mabry. Mabry, back to Yuskaita. Yuskaita, corner to Isabel Harrison. Loads up. Wide open for 3. Off the front of the rim. Aaliyah Boston with the rebound. What's up, Mads? Better late than never. Caitlin Clark with the ball at half court. Dribbles right. Gets it down to Boston. Isabel Harrison pokes it away for a steal. Brittany Sykes picks up the loose ball. Brittany Sykes gets downhill, bumps off Lexi Hull, and scores. Toronto on the board. 2-0. Ball and play with Aaliyah Boston. Dribbles up the court. Fakes the handoff. Now gets it to Kelsey Mitchell. Gets down. Oh, nice heady move. Oh, no look to Aaliyah Boston. She might have traveled. They don't call it. She keeps her pivot. They called a foul and 1. Aaliyah Boston will go to the line for the 3-point play. Looked like she traveled a little bit there, but Isabel Harrison's arms come down. That is a foul. And Aaliyah Boston will go to the line for the 3-point play. And Aaliyah Boston knocks down the free throw for the 3-point play, scores 3-2, Fever on top. Sandy Brondello, coach of the Toronto Tempo. Stephanie White, head coach of the Indiana Fever for the 2nd season. As Sykes gets downhill, goes over the left-hand leg, gets fouled and 1. So she returns the favor there. And she'll go to the line now for her potential 5th point of the game. She gets downhill, foul on Mo Billings. That's her first. So Sykes at the line for the 3-point play, and she misses. Ball tipped by Billings over to Boston. And Aaliyah Boston will bring it across half court. Harrison says, do I think Sky Dig is getting traded? Nah, no way. Ball over with Caitlin Clark. Caitlin with the ball. Dribbles left. Tries to step back to her step back 3, and it's way off. Hits the other side of the backboard, and it's blocked by Marina Mabry. Aaliyah Boston does. Lexi Hull offensive rebound, and the putback is good. Fever up 5-4. Was that a rumor, Harrison, that Sky would get traded? I haven't seen that one if it is. Isabel Harrison loads up for another 3, and she knocks this one down from the top of the key. Izzy Harrison with her first points of the game. Mitchell with a head of steam gets downhill, misses the layup. Mo Billings offensive putback, rushed it and couldn't get it to go. Mabry with the ball, misses Yuskaita. Oh, she finds her late. Yuskaita catches the pass and lays it in. Good running of the floor by the Tempo, and they jump out to a 9-5 lead. Caitlin with the ball, guarded by Alamon, the Belgian. Nice pocket pass to Billings. Billings down the lane and lays it in. Mo Billings with the layup, and it's good. That Caitlin always good with finding her rollers, and she finds Billings there. Yuskaita over to Alamon, wide open for three, and oh my gosh, he almost puts a crack in the backboard there. Misses everything but the backboard. Rebound with Caitlin. Caitlin gets downhill, Euro steps through the lane, misses the reverse, and it looked like she pulled something there. She's limping a little bit. She's holding that left knee. It was a foul call on the putback, but Caitlin tried to stretch out, do a nice Euro step, and probably overextended a bit. On the left leg, she has a full leg sleeve on that left leg. Yeah, she planted pretty hard on that left leg, misses the reverse. Mo Billings with the offensive rebound and gets fouled. Billings at the line, free throw is up and good for Monique Billings. Caitlin looks to be okay, walking it off a little bit. Mo Billings at the line for the tie. Ties the game up at 9 apiece. Yeah, Chemo. She might have. What up, Chemo? Yeah, she definitely might have heard me call her out. She's been stinking it up. Marina Mabry tries to draw a foul on Lexi Hull. Doesn't work out. Ugly shot. Caitlin Clark pushing in transition. Oh, and then a pass is off target to a cutting Mitchell, and turnover Fever. Ball in play here with Julie Alamon. Fever with 2 turnovers already. Alamon over to Harrison. Left side to Mabry. And they call a foul on number 10. And that's Lexi Hull. And she doesn't agree with the call. Tempo to inbound. They were showing the replay there. Didn't really see anything really, but we move on. Mabry over to Izzy. Izzy, Euro steps through the lane, throws it over with the left, gets her own rebound, and then gets blocked there by Boston, and it results in a jump ball. So jump ball between Isabel Harrison and Aaliyah Boston. I'm going to end this poll here before y'all start cheating. Jump ball here. Boston wins the tip, tips it over to Caitlin. Score tied at 9. Caitlin quickly up the court. Goes behind the back, fumbles it a little bit, gets it over to Boston. Back to Caitlin. Nope. She gets it over to Lexi Hull. Down to Billings in the post against Sykes. One leg fall away, and it rolls off. Izzy Harrison with the rebound. Over to Mabry. Mabry finds a cutting Yuskaita, pump fakes, lets Boston fly by, and she lays it in. So Laura Yuskaita, I think she's Lithuanian. That's 2 times they lose her on defense, and she lays it in both times. Wide open under the basket. Mitchell over to Boston. Boston over to Caitlin. Caitlin drives by Sykes, has ease, takes the contact, doesn't get anything, and it goes off Sykes' foot and out of bounds. Let me see where Yuskaita's from. I think it's Lithuania. They don't got it here. News. They just say rookie. I'll have to look it up. Caitlin the inbound under the basket gets it over to Kelsey Mitchell. Mitchell guarded by Yuskaita. Yeah, Lithuania. I was right. And then a foul call on Brittany Sykes. That's Sykes. That might be Sykes' second foul. Let me see. Brittany Sykes. That was her first foul. Subs happening. Sophie Cunningham comes in for Lexi Hull. Maisha Hines Allen comes in for Aaliyah Boston. So score is still 11-9. Caitlin gets it over to Hines Allen. Hines Allen, top of the key, dribbles right around the perimeter, goes into the post against Izzy Harrison. She steps, tries to step through with the left-hand hook, can't get it. Izzy Harrison with another rebound. And it looked like she's bleeding. Gets it over to Izzy. Izzy shoots and is short on the jumper, and they call a stoppage of play. Looks like Maisha Hines Allen is bleeding a bit. Yeah, she's bleeding a lot actually. I don't know if it might be her nose. I don't think it's her mouth, or it could be. We'll see what happens. When they show the replay, we'll see what the damage is or how that happened. But she's going back to the locker room with a towel over her face. She went up. Oh, the hand by Izzy Harrison brushes against her nose. I think it's her nose. Yeah, pops her like right in either the nose or the upper lip there. And yeah, she's bleeding. She was bleeding a lot, so she's going back to the locker room. So they have to retape Izzy Harrison's hand. I guess it knocked some tape loose. 11-9. It is Fever basketball. They did get the rebound after the Izzy Harrison miss. And ball's in play here with Caitlin. Caitlin Clark with the ball, crosses half court. Score is 11-9. You find Kelsey Mitchell on a curl. Kelsey Mitchell gets to her dominant left hand, snakes through the lane, and scores. Ties the game up at 11 apiece. 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Both teams evenly matched so far. Ball over to Izzy. Izzy looking for Marina. Gets it back to Alamon, though. Alamon at the three-point line finds Yuskaita. Yuskaita, she can shoot the three. She pulls up for three. It's off to the right. And Caitlin with another rebound. Caitlin pushing in transition here. Caitlin gets around. She steps back. Step back three. Short. Fight for the rebound off Izzy Harrison's hand again. And gives the Fever a second chance there. It might be our first timeout, media timeout. Game tied at 11 with 4:33 to go. They just showed a replay of that Heinz Allen. How she got her nose hit. But score is tied at 11, 4:33 to go in the first quarter. All right, looking at the poll, I said who's the leading scorer tonight? 55% Caitlin said Caitlin, 27% said Mabry, 18% said other. All right, we'll see at the end of the game who was correct. Tudo says Indiana is having too many unnecessary turnovers, but they have the talent. Yeah. Yeah, there's room for improvement for a lot of teams in the W. (11-11) at the end of the first. Leading scorers are Laura Yuskaita with 4 points for the Toronto Tempo. Mo Billings with 4 points for the Fever. You got Izzy with 4 rebounds already for the Tempo, 4 for Billings. So she's leading in points and rebounds. Then you have Mabry with 3 assists and Caitlin Clark with 2 assists. Fever leading the rebound battle 10-4 so far. They haven't knocked down a 3. They're 0 for 2. The Tempo, are 1 for 4. And Toronto shooting 42% from the field. The Fever shooting 31% from the field. Salute, Mads, for the jewels. Appreciate you. Salute, salute. Appreciate you. MHT says some fouls not called for Fever yet either. Yeah, I mean, that last one where she got popped in the face, that was a foul, but they have shot 3 free throws. They've made all 3. No, there's 1 free throw attempted for the Tempo so far. MXG said my Fever need another good big. Yeah, I don't have another serviceable big right now. Michaela Timpson is decent, but I don't know. She's good defensively. I don't know if offensively she's come along yet. That's funny. These two coaches were traded for each other back in the day. That's what they're talking back on the broadcast. The Miami Soul, which is a W team back in the day, they traded Stephanie White to the Fever with the first round pick for Sandy Brondello back in the year 2000. That's crazy. What are the odds? Nice fun fact there. Right broadcast is back. Oh, and Caitlin finds Kelsey Mitchell on a nice inbound play right under the basket. Kelsey lays it in. Fever up 13-11. Ball and play here with Britt Sykes over to Marina Mabry. Mabry over to Temi. Temi back to Mabry. Mabry pulls up. Jumper is off. Fight for the rebound. Tipped out by Yuskaita. And it's Fever basketball. Ball and play here with Caitlin Clark. Michaela Timpson is into the game along with Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and Sophie Cunningham. Boston dribbling, looking for a handoff, gets it to Sophie Cunningham on the roll, and she smokes the layup. Rebound to Sykes, and Sykes is on the run here. They have a 5-on-3 if they take it. Sykes gets downhill, doesn't get the foul call, and the rebound's out to Caitlin. Caitlin pushing the other way. Guarded by Conde, who's checked in for the tempo. Finds Kelsey Mitchell on a cut. Throws it out to Cunningham, and they call a foul on Yuskaita on the pass. Imagine coaches getting traded. They showing a replay, and we missed a bucket. I don't know who scored it. They were busy showing a replay. Somebody hit a three. Let me go to the play-by-play here. Kelsey Mitchell knocked down that last three. Scores 16-11. Sykes over to Conde. Conde for three, and she knocks down the three. Maria Conde out of Spain knocks down the three. It's 16-14. Caitlin with the ball, blows by everybody. Downhill, tries to scoop it up with the right. Can't get it to go. Wanted a foul call, doesn't get it. His hands palms to the sky looking at the ref. And Sykes back the other way. Drops it off to Fag Benley. Fag Benley, the ex-Fever player 2 seasons ago, finds Sykes on the roll. Sykes for the finger roll and lays it in. Ties the game at 16. Sophie Cunningham back the other way. The only key is into the game for the tempo. I just recognized. Aaliyah Boston, quick hook shot over Temi Fag Benley and scores. Fever up 18-16. Fag Benley been in and out the lineup with injury, so this is still new for her. You got Kia Nurse over to Fag Benley at the top of the key. Fag Benley hands it off to Sykes. Sykes dribbles left, keeps the dribble alive. Fag Benley at the foul line. Jumper over Boston, rolls out. Simpson with the rebound, gets it over to Caitlin. Full outlet pass to Boston. Boston stops. Ooh, almost traveled there. And throws it out to Caitlin. Caitlin drives into the paint. Nowhere to go. Throws it out to Timpson. And they call a 3 in the key on the Fever. So turnover, Indiana. That was a nice cut there by Sykes for the layup. They're showing a replay. All right, ball in play here. Sykes goes to the bench. Alamon checks back in. So it's Alamon, Nurse, Fag Benley, Conde, and Key. And a foul there by Kia Nurse. And Kia Nurse is saying Sophie flopped. An offensive foul on the tempo. Caitlin Clark to the bench. Yeah, she extended a bit. Sophie did sell it a bit, but you gave her the license to sell it when you extended the arms there. But ball in play here with Raven Johnson at the point for the Indiana Fever. Johnson over to Boston, top of the key, left to right crossover, attacks Harrison, floater can't go. She gets her own rebound, and putback is good. 20-16, Fever on top here. Conde brings the ball up the court, gets it over to Harrison. Harrison, top of the key, directing traffic, finds Alamon. Alamon picks up her dribble. They bring the double over to Isabel. Isabel into the lane, shoots the floater, and rattles it in. Izzy Harrison back into the game. Hits the floater from about 10 feet out. Raven Johnson throws a lob pass over to Timpson, and Timpson with the travel put her in a tough spot there with that lob pass. So it was another turnover by the Fever. So ball in play with the tempo. Aaliyah Boston goes to the bench. A turnover by the tempo on the inbound. I don't even know what happened. They couldn't even get the ball in bounds, and nobody was playing defense. That's shaky. So ball goes back to the Fever on their side of the court. 2 turnovers so far for the tempo, 4 for the Fever. Minute 13 to go. Raven Johnson throws it out to Mitchell. Mitchell's guarded by Alamon. Gets to her left hand, throws up the left hand layup off glass and scores. Contested layup is good for Kelsey, and it's 22-18. Conde, right to left crossover, attacks Raven Johnson, goes for the right hand scoop, can't get it. Key with the rebound and putback. Tiani Key with her first points of the game. It's 22-20. Salute for the share, Katie. Appreciate you on TikTok. And it's a backcourt violation by the Fever, their 5th turnover of the first quarter. Gotta clean up the turnovers. Ball in play here with Julie Alamon. 44 seconds to go in the quarter. Julie drives right, goes behind the back, comes back left, over to Kia Nurse for 3. That looks off. It is off. And fight for the rebound. Izzy gets the steal, but they call a foul on Isabel Harrison. That was a shaky one. I thought that was they missed a obvious one and then called a shaky one. So so that should be, I think that's Izzy's first foul. Fever are in the bonus, so they'll be shooting free throws the rest of the way. Mo Billings at the line for free throws. So Mo Billings. First free throw is up for Mo. Knocks it down. Filomeno, salute. What's going on? Mo Billings at the line for the second free throw. Izzy Harrison to the bench. That was her second foul, actually. So both of their starting bigs are in foul trouble as Temi Fag-Benley gets the rebound over to Maria Conde. Conde back to Fag-Benley. Fag-Benley looking for Alamon coming off the curl. At the top of the key here. Alamon, they send a double out. She escapes it. Somebody's open, though, over to Conde with 7 on the shot clock. Conde jabs right, attacks Cunningham, throws it out to Key, over to Alamon, has to get it up with 3 on the clock. Julie with the miss, and Timpson snags the rebound. 8 seconds on the game clock here. Kelsey Mitchell, crossover, dancing with it, throws it out to Raven Johnson with 2 on the clock, throws it cross court. Cunningham throws it up at the buzzer, and she buries it. Sophie Cunningham at the buzzer. I thought they weren't going to get a shot off, but Sophie gets it with 2 seconds left, throws it up there, and she cashes out from 3. So at the end of the first, the Fever take a 6-point lead, 26-20. And even she's shocked with that one. Raven Johnson found her late. She just gets it up there, barely touches her fingers, and she knew it was going in. Oh, salute from the Philippines. Filomeno, salute. Chino on TikTok says Caitlin Clark ain't playing. She is playing. She just went to the bench to for some rest. But Caitlin is playing. The stats you're seeing are the leading scorers, the top 5 leading scorers in the game. All right, first quarter is in the books here. Nice run to end that first quarter by the Fever. They're up 26-20. Let's take a look at the box score. 26-20 at the end of the first. For the tempo, you got Izzy Harrison, 7 minutes, 5 points, 4 rebounds, a steal, and then 2 fouls. So got into foul trouble. Yuskaita with 4 points and 2 fouls, so she had to go to the bench as well. Sykes with 6 points. Mabry and Alamon yet to score. So they gotta pick up the slack for the players that are in foul trouble. Off the bench, you got Conde with 3. You got 2 for Tiani Key. Fag-Benley and Nurse yet to score. As I mentioned to start, Niara Sabali and Kiki Rice both out with injuries tonight. So Kiki with an ankle and Niara with a hamstring. Tempo shooting 41% from the field, 29% from three, and they missed their only free throw attempt of the game. For the Indiana Fever, you got Mo Billings with 5 points in 7 minutes, 4 rebounds to go along with it. Oh, she only has 1 foul. Aaliyah Boston, 7 points and 6 rebounds, so she almost had a first quarter double-double. She's working on her 4th straight double-double in a row if she gets one tonight. Kelsey Mitchell, 9 points to lead all scorers. 2 for Lexi Hull. Caitlin, 0 for 5. No points, 4 assists, 2 turnovers. Shaky. Aisha Hines-Allen yet to score. She got popped in the nose by Isabel Harrison. Inadvertent face. I think it was like a palm to the nose. And she started bleeding. She had to go to the locker room to get that fixed up. The buzzer beater did count. 90250 fitted. So the buzzer beater did count. The 3-point Sophie Cunningham has is that buzzer beater shot to end the first quarter. Raven Johnson with the assist. She has 1. So that's the box score for this first quarter so far. See if the second quarter continues to be entertaining. The only game on the W schedule tonight is this one between the Tempo and the Fever, live from Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. What up, Maddox J? In the series, do you think the Liberty will beat the Fever when healthy? I mean, we'll see. I think the Liberty can handle the Fever, but it depends on what Liberty team shows up. So they're showing a replay of that Sophie Cunningham 3 to end the quarter. And we're getting back to live action now. Ball in play here with the Fever. They start the quarter with possession. 26-20. Caitlin Clark back in the game. She gets into the paint, dribbles back out, gets it over to Cunningham, who gets it right back to Caitlin. Caitlin, right side of the 3-point line, nowhere to go, pivoting, gets it to Timpson, and then Marina Mabry just rips it right away from Timpson going over that screen. Mabry over to Temmie. Temmie on the drive, gets into the paint. They called a foul on Raven Johnson. And Fagbenle will go to the line for free throw. She has her right shoulder taped up crazy. So hopefully we'll see if she can knock down some free throws here. Golden Shaw said, don't look like she's getting it. She's selling you. You need Clark for 15. She's 0 for 6. 0 for 5, excuse me. As Fagbenle knocks down the free throw. But she can get hot in a hurry. So she's 2 points, 1 of 6 shooting. Oh, no, I think she's about to score now. The box score is a little ahead. But she does have possession now. And I think this might be her bucket. She goes behind the back, loses Alamon, gets the foul, and 1. So that was her first point of the game. Caitlin Clark will go to the line for the 3-point play. Golden Child, salute. What's going on? Hope all is well. So Caitlin Clark at the line for the 3-point play, and she misses the free throw. Wow. Her first free throw of the game, and she misses. So she stays on 2 points. It's 28-21. Tempo trying to stop their 2-game losing streak. Fever trying to push it to 4. Mabry splits the double team. Nice move by Marina, and she lays it in with the left hand on the right-hand side. Good split of the double, and Mabry's on the board. Caitlin over to Timpson. Gets it back from Caitlin. Caitlin drives. Stops. Nowhere to go. Raven Johnson wide open in the corner. She shoots the 3, and she buries it. Raven Johnson right corner 3 is good. And it's 31-23. Alamon finds a cutting Uskaita. Hands it off to Fagbenle, who dribbles back out. Nowhere to go. She's pivoting. Gets it over to Mabry. Mabry guarded by Cunningham. Mabry drives right. Mabry steps back, loses the ball, gets back control of it, takes the jumper. Caitlin with another rebound. Caitlin crosses half court here. Caitlin steps back, takes the 3, and they call a foul on Alamon. So that's a 3-point shooting foul. And Alamon saying, no, I didn't do anything. Alamon So I don't know, but are they going to review it? I think they're going to review that play. It looks like Alamon got down on the floor, moved her foot out the way, and Caitlin still found a way to land on it or land near it. So they're going to review this play to see if it's indeed a 3-point shooting foul. So they're going to a commercial here on the broadcast. 31. Oh, they reviewed it already. They said the personal foul stands, so it's going to count. It's going to be 3 free throws, I should say, for Caitlin when they come back. Or are they not going to commercial? Let's see. Oh, so I think they they aborted the commercial. So Caitlin Clark at the line for 3 free throws. Toronto blow their challenge already, so they can't challenge the rest of the game. That was a quick replay. I can't complain. We asked for quick replays, and they did it quickly. Caitlin knocks down the first. She knocks down the second. And she knocks down the third. So Caitlin knocks down all 3 free throws. It's 34-23. Biggest lead of the game here for the Fever. Sykes with the ball. It's Sykes, Mabry, Fagbenle, Yuskaita, and Alamon. Yuskaita, what a nice pump fake, got Caitlin up in the air, and she finishes the basket. That's 6 points for Laura Yuskaita. Oh, Caitlin finds Cunningham on the reverse, and she smokes the reverse layup. Trickles out. Mabry with the ball gets off the screen from Fagbenle. They double team her. She does a cross-court pass to Yuskaita. Loads up for a 3. And Laura Yuskaita, she's like, if y'all gonna leave me open, I'm gonna just eat. That's 5 straight points for her. And she's the leading scorer for the Fever, for the Tempo, excuse me. She's up to 9 points. Turnover here by the Fever. Mabry, finds Yuskaita again. And she lays it in. That's 7 straight points for Laura Yuskaita. And is back to a 4-point deficit, 34-30. Fever on top here. Damn, I should have picked up Laura Yuskaita. She's into double figures with 11 points, 5 of 6 shooting for her. It has a steal, 2 fouls, 11 points. Dude, let me see what Laura Yuskaita is on the fantasy tip. I got Izzy Harrison. I'm gonna take a look. Dang. I had Laura Yuskaita a couple weeks ago, but I needed to make some moves. But she cooking tonight. Laura Yuskaita. Let me see if she's still. Oh, she is. Oh, she's on waivers right now, so nobody could have picked her up. But she cooking so far. Score is 34-30. Golden Child. Nah, I don't bet anymore, man. No, I don't bet anymore. When it first came to New York, the FanDuel and DraftKings, I was one of those guys who should have called the number. But I wasn't betting no crazy amounts. I was betting like tiny amounts, but I was betting a lot. Win some, you lose some, but I think the allure just ran out for me. Yeah, Tudo, that missed layup was definitely a big 5-point swing. We're in commercial right now. Score is 34-30. Leading scorer for the Tempo is Laura Yuskaita, 11 points in 9 minutes. For the Fever, it's Kelsey Mitchell with 9 points. Caitlin Clark, 5 points, 5 assists, 3 turnovers. No fouls though, so I guess that's a good sign. Right, broadcast is coming back. They're promoting tomorrow's game. There's like 6 games tomorrow. Last day of the Commissioner's Cup group play stage. So got 2 East games. I think it's how many games? Let me see. I think it's 3 East games and 3 West games possibly. He must have Yuskaita hasn't been doing anything though. She got 11 points. She hasn't been doing nothing fancy. She just playing within her role, running the floor. They finding her. She's taking open shots and making them. That's all you can do as a role player. 11 points, 5 of 6 shooting, 1 of 2 from 3. Do I think Cunningham will score another 3-pointer, Seabass? Possibly. You still got a whole 2.5 quarters to go. That's her specialty is 3-point shooting, so we shall see. So 34-30. It's Fever basketball after that timeout. We'll see how they come out of this timeout. Lineup on the floor for the Fever is Caitlin, Boston, Hall, Billings, and Mitchell. So that's their starting 5. Mitchell comes off the screen. Nobody home to help. And Mitchell comes off that screen on the 3-point line, gets all the way to the basket, wide open left-hand layup. 36-30. Tempo with the ball. It's the starting lineup for them. Yuskaita gets it over to Mabry, guarded by Hull. Mabry dancing in the paint, goes up, gets blocked by Hull. They call a foul on that attempt. And Mabry will go to the line for 2 free throws. Mabry is over here telling the Fever bench to challenge it as a taunt. She's like, our coach blew our challenge. We want y'all to blow theirs too. Mabry knocks down the free throw. And Mabry misses the second. So it's 36-31. Mabry 1 for 2 from the line on that trip. Caitlin with the ball. Dribbles to the left-hand side. Caitlin, guarded by Izzy Harrison. And they call a foul on Izzy Harrison. That's her 3rd foul. Third foul. Are they going to put her to the bench? They don't really have anybody else to bring in. I think they are. Oh, no, they bring Alamond out, put Conde in. With no Niara Sabli, they don't have another, like, big, besides Fag Benley. And she's still probably on a minutes restriction here. Kelsey Mitchell over to Caitlin. Down to Boston, and it's saved by Yuskaita, who throws it off Boston as she was going out of bounds. Possession Toronto. That was a nice hustle play there by Laura Yuskaita, and they're showing Niara Sabli here on the broadcast. The ex-Liberty player, picked up in the expansion draft. 8th turnover there by the Fever. Brittany Sykes with possession. Sykes comes off a nice stagger. Sykes gets around Boston. Finds Yuskaita in the right corner. Yuskaita for 3, and she knocks down another 3. Laura Yuskaita. She's had the last 10 points here for the tempo. It's a 2-point game. Besides that Marina Mabry free throw, she's had the last couple field goals here, and they Fever turn it over again. Yuskaita with the ball. Yuskaita gets down the lane and then turns it over. She didn't look like she knew what she wanted to do with that. Caitlin with a nice poke away. Caitlin guarded by Conde. Caitlin blows by Conde, goes up for the scoop. Oh, I thought there was a foul call. I didn't hear the whistle. She lays it in. Caitlin Clark with the layup. Conde the other way, finds Sykes. Sykes spins, nowhere to go. Throws it out to Yuskaita. Pump fakes for 3. Spins into the lane. Finds Isabel Harrison in the corner for 3. And Isabel Harrison knocks down the 3. Sorry, the backboard was lighting up like red and blue. It was throwing me off. And then a blocking foul by Laura Yuskaita on the Caitlin Clark drive. I said it's still early. Caitlin can easily get that 15. She's up to 7 now. Toronto doesn't have any more challenges. Oh, it looked like Yuskaita beat it to the spot, but they called a blocking foul, and no challenges means you just got to deal with it. So that's 3 fouls on Yuskaita, 3 fouls on Izzy Harrison as Yuskaita goes to the bench. Oh, the inbound is fumbled by Kelsey Mitchell. Another turnover. That must be number 10. Sykes back in transition, finds Tebby Fag-Benley. Left baseline jumper is up, too strong. And Aaliyah Boston with the rebound. It's a 1-point game here. Boston over to Lexi Hull for 3, and she misses. Sykes skies for the rebound. And she's pushing it. Looks to attack Mitchell. Keeps the dribble alive. Throws it out to Mabry, and she throws a bullet pass to the floor. And it's a backcourt violation. So both teams turning the ball over here. Fever with 10. Tempo with 4. The 1-point game here, 38-37. Aaliyah Boston with possession here. Isabel Harrison still in the game with 3 fouls. Kelsey Mitchell gets fouled there by Sykes. I seen that coming. She got a little too aggressive trying to chase her. And that's the second foul on Brittany Sykes. So Kelsey, with the Fever in the bonus, Kelsey Mitchell and the Fever shooting free throws the rest of the quarter. Mitchell at the line for the first. Knocks it down. So Kelsey Mitchell at the line for the second free throw. She sets, free throw routine, goes down, up, and cashes out. Kelsey Mitchell knocks down both free throws, scores 40-37. Isabel Harrison over to Sykes. Sykes looking for Mabry. Mabry guarded tightly by Hall. Mabry attacks right, bumps off Hall, and 1. And they count the basket. Foul on Hall. Mabry will go to the line for the 3-point play. So Lexi Hall, they're not going to challenge it. That means they must have seen a foul. Mabry might have gotten away with a little chicken wing there. Nice little quick get off me. Didn't extend it, just moved up the elbow a little bit to get her off. And she'll go to the line for the 3-point play, which she buries. Game tied at 40. Commentator copying what I'm saying. She talking about the chicken wing too. Caitlin into the lane, throws it out to Hull. Hull for 3, and she misses. Maria Conde with the rebound. Tempo can retake the lead here. Finds Izzy Harrison. Back to Conde on the give and go. Over to Temmie. Temmie drives into the paint. Over to Izzy. Izzy goes up, gets blocked by Michaela Timpson, who didn't even jump. And then the Fever almost turned it back over, but Lexi Hull saves it in bounds. I thought Izzy had another pass to the corner there. Aaliyah Boston attacks Izzy. And fight for the rebound is tipped up and won by the Tempo. Marina Mabry throws a lob up to Sykes. Like, it looked like Megatron there. And gets it over to Sykes. Sykes' foul line jump shot is off. Game tied at 40. 3:43 to go. Caitlin Clark dances, behind the back pass to Timpson, and she lays it in. That was nasty. Caitlin Clark snaked by 2 players. Down the lane behind the back pass. Timpson lays it in easily. And a timeout call by the Tempo. Caitlin splits the double team. Behind the back pass. No one home to guard Timpson. And she lays it in. As we go to a commercial break here. 42-40. 3:35 to go. All right, let's take a look at the box score while we have some time here. We got, there's 40, Tempo at 40, Fever at 42. Toronto outscoring Indiana 20-16 in the quarter. They're still down 2 points. Izzy Harrison with 8 points, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, and 2 fouls. You got Yuskaita with a team high 14 points on 6 of 7 shooting, 3 steals, but has 3 fouls. Excuse me. Brittany Sykes, 6 points. You got 6 for Marina Mabry and none for Julia Alamon. She has 3 fouls as well. So we got a lot of foul trouble for the starters here in Toronto. Conde with 3, Key with 2, 1 for Fag Benley. For Indiana, you got Mo Billings with 5 points, 5 rebounds. Aaliyah Boston with 7 and 7. Kelsey Mitchell with a team high 13. 2 for Lexi Hull, 7 for Caitlin with 6 assists, 4 turnovers, and a steal. Hines Allen, haven't seen her since she got popped in the nose and started bleeding. 2 for Timpson, 3 for Cunningham, and 3 for Raven Johnson. Let's look at that. Tudo asks how many points do they have off those turnovers. Let's take a look at the team stats here. Fever have 10 turnovers. They've conceded 8 points off of their 10 turnovers. Tempo have 4 turnovers. They've given up 8 points off of their 4. What up, Bill? Salute on TikTok. Salute. Oh, shoot. Whoops. Put that there. Score is 42-40. We're about 3.5 away from halftime. Close game so far. Salute to everyone tuned in to the watch along. Make sure you leave a follow, a like, a sub. Helps the channel out tremendously. We'll be back again tomorrow. Full slate of games in the evening. We'll look at those at halftime. I will be doing the Chicago Sky and the Liberty game. I am a Liberty fan, so I gotta watch my team. So Sky and Liberty tomorrow, but we will keep track of all the other games. Make sure you join the Discord. Link is in the YouTube description, the Twitch description. It should be as well, and it's on the screen here, top right of your screen. You can just type in that link, discord.gg/ what it says there, and we watch live games in there together as a community in there when I'm not streaming. Izzy Harrison gets the ball over to Sykes. Sykes gets downhill, and Michaela Timpson volleyball swats that back to the 3-point line over to Temi. Finds Conde. Conde rises up for 3, halfway down and out. And a rebound to Lexi Hull. What a block there by Timpson. Looked like a volleyball spike. Aaliyah Boston with the possession at the 3-point line, looking for Kelsey Mitchell. Mitchell over to Caitlin, wide open for 3, and it's off the front of the rim. Wide open and just short. Mabry pushing in transition, goes behind the back, between the legs. Gets it over to Izzy, top of the key here. Izzy looking for Sykes. Izzy takes the screen from Sykes. Sykes gets it back. Sykes loads up for a 3 off the front of the rim. Oh, soft touch, and Toronto retakes the lead. It's 43-42. 6 for 12 for 3 for Toronto. 50% as Caitlin gets downhill, blows by Conde and lays it in. Caitlin Clark with another layup. Fever retake the lead 44-43. Caitlin with 9 points now, 6 assists. Sykes with the ball. Sykes probing, gets it out to Izzy Harrison. Loads up for a top of the key 3, short. Rebound to Caitlin. She's working on a triple-double here. Caitlin finds Boston. Boston goes up. Izzy Harrison can't get another foul, so she just stays straight up, and Boston lays it in. Another assist for Caitlin Clark. Mabry comes across half court, pulls up for a long 2, and that goes out of bounds. 46-43. Mabry saying she didn't get a piece of that, and they're like, nah, she didn't. They say Maisha Hines-Allen is questionable to return after that hit to the face earlier. So hopefully nobody had her on their parlay or whatever. They say the ball was tipped, so it is tempo basketball. Marina Mabry attacks Cunningham, who's checked in. Mabry spins away. Left-hand scoop is good. 46-45. Outlet poked away by Izzy Harrison. Saves a for sure layup by Boston. Izzy Harrison trying to track back the outlet pass going over her head. She gets a fingertip on it, and it saves the possession. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball. Dribbles left. Throws it out to Caitlin. Caitlin comes off the screen. Caitlin gets downhill. Finds Cunningham in the right corner. She relocates. Another 3 for Sophie, and she knocks it down. I know somebody asked if Sophie could hit the 3, another 3. She does. Ball over to Mabry. Mabry loses the ball, poked away by Cunningham, and the outlet over to Sophie. Sophie down the lane. Travel! She traveled and they didn't call it. And Cunningham lays it in, 51-45. 9-2 run by the Fever. We're under a minute to go here in the second quarter. Conde with the ball. Conde finds Izzy on the roll. Izzy throws up the floater and scores. Izzy Harrison. Nice floater there from Izzy. She on the fantasy team. She's up to 10 points here. It's all right, man. No worries. Caitlin with the ball, guarded by Conde, spinning around. Finds, oh, what a pass to Aaliyah. Boston had Izzy Harrison spinning like a damn top out there. And another assist to Caitlin, another basket for Boston. 53-47, 9 points, 9 assists for Caitlin. She could have had a first half double-double as Mabry comes off the screen and she buries a 3. 3-point deficit for the Tempo. About a second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Caitlin with the ball. She'll either have multiple points or double-digit points or double-digit assists to end this half. We'll see what she decides to do here. 7 on the shot clock. Caitlin probing. Gets into the paint, loses the ball. Mabry with the steal. Everybody with their hands up in the air. Mabry pulls up for 3, and she almost banks it in. That was very sloppy by the Fever. She's saying she wants a foul, but if they don't call the foul, you have to still track back on defense. Caitlin with her hands up to the sky saying, call the foul. There's still 4 seconds on the clock. Mabry and another Toronto player just running scot-free. Mabry just was lining up for the 3. She could have hit her teammate for a layup, but she wanted the glory for the 3. She missed it. And we go into halftime, 53-50. 53-50. Sophie Cunningham with 8 points, 2 of 2 from 3. We're going to take a look at the box score, the team stats, and all that stuff. Salute to everyone tapped into the channel. We're going to take a look at that right now. Mads, you're right. Nobody else hitting that 3, but she had a teammate down for a layup, but she just slowed down to shoot that logo 3 and bricked. Salute for the Jules, Mads. Appreciate you as always. We're at halftime, people. Let's take a look at some scores here. Damn, looking up at the top here, Norway's beating Iraq 3-1. You see, don't tell me Holland got a hat trick. Oh no, he doesn't. Sorry, I got distracted, y'all. My bad. Back to basketball. 53-50. Fever outscored Toronto 26-20 in the first. Toronto outscored the Fever 30-27 in the second. Score is 53-50. Izzy Harrison, 10 points, 7 rebounds, 3 steals. She avoided that 3rd foul. You got Laura Uskaita with 4. She still has a team high 14 points, 3 steals, but does have 3 fouls. Britt Sykes with 9 points, 3 assists. Marina Mabry with 11 points and 5 assists. Julie Alamon, no points, 1 assist, and 3 fouls. Conde with 3 points and 2 rebounds. You got Key with 2, Fagbenle with 1, Kia Nurse with none. 48% from the field, 47% from 3, 50% from the line. And they have how many turnovers? They have 5 turnovers as a team. So pretty good for the Tempo in that regard. You have Maisha, for the Fever, you have Monique Billings, 11 minutes, 5 points, 5 rebounds. Aaliyah Boston with 11 points and 7 rebounds, 2 assists to go along with it, a steal and a block. 13 for Kelsey Mitchell. She's the team's leading scorer. Lexi Hull with 2. And you have Caitlin Clark with 9 points, 3 rebounds, 9 assists. Does have 5 turnovers and 1 steal. So she has to clean those turnovers up. For real. Maisha Hines-Allen, no points. You got Timpson with 2. Cunningham with 8. And 3 for Raven Johnson. They're shooting 53% from the field, 44% from 3, and 82% from the line on 11 attempts. They have 11 turnovers as a team. Kate has 5 of them, so has to clean up those turnovers. They have to clean up those turnovers. Let's take a look at the team stats. Looking at the team stats here, comparison: Tempo on the left, Fever on the right. Fever shooting a better percentage from the field. Toronto shooting a better percentage from 3. Fever have taken more free throws than the Tempo, and they're shooting a better percentage. Fever winning the rebound battle 23-15. The assist battle is tied at 13. Tempo have more steals. They're leading that 7-2. but the Fever have more blocks, 3-1, including that emphatic block by Michaela Timpson. Total turnovers, as you can see, 11 turnovers for the Fever, 8 points conceded. 5 turnovers for the Tempo, 10 points conceded. Fast break points in favor of the Fever, 32-26. Tempo have more fouls, 11-5. Largest lead was 11 for the Fever, 4 for the Tempo. And Fever have led 67% of the time. Kev K asks, how's Clark doing on TikTok? She has 9 points, 9 assists, 3 rebounds, 5 turnovers. That is her stat line. Let's take a look at the current standings in the WNBA. As of right now, the Minnesota Lynx are in first place, 11-3 record. Hell of a season for them so far, led by Olivia Miles, Kayla McBride, Courtney Williams, Natasha Howard, and of course, head of the snake is Cheryl Reeve. Second place is Las Vegas. They're at 10-4. They got absolutely cooked last night. A bunch of teams got destroyed last night. Every game was a blowout. But Vegas got cooked by 30 by the Dallas Wings. They're at 10-4. The New York Liberty riding a 7-game winning streak. They're 10-4 as well. They play tomorrow against the Sky. We'll take a look at the schedule after this. Atlanta in 4th place with 9-4 record. Dallas in 5th with a 9-5 record. So is Golden State 9-5, and then Indiana currently at 8-5. And then to close out the playoff positioning, 7-7 for the LA Sparks. They got cooked by Golden State last night as well. Tied with them is Toronto at 7-7. You got Portland at 7-9. 5-7 for the Mystics, 4-9 for the Sky, 4-11 for Phoenix, which is crazy. Go from making the finals to being bottom of the league with the 2 expansion teams ahead of you. Shaky. 3-12 for Seattle, and then bottom of the league is Connecticut at 2-13. Let's take a look at the Commissioner's Cup standings here. So this is the Commissioner's Cup standings. We're currently in Commissioner's Cup play. The final day for the Commissioner's Cup group play stage is tomorrow, which is why we have a bunch of games tomorrow. New York, they say New York clinched, so I'm just gonna go with what they say. They say New York clinched, so New York clinched. And for the West, it's still up in the air between Las Vegas, Minnesota, and Dallas. So everybody else is out of Commissioner's Cup contention. Tomorrow we'll decide who the Liberty will play in the Commissioner's Cup final. The Liberty last won the Commissioner's Cup in 2020. What was it? 24? Yeah, we won in 24. Yeah. No, because we won the championship in 24. So was it 20? No, it was 24, I think. I'll take a look at that. We can look at the history of the Commissioner's Cup in a bit. But Minnesota's won in the history of the Commissioner's Cup. It's been Seattle, Vegas, New York, Minnesota, and last year was the Indiana Fever. So there has been no repeat winner in the cup. There's been repeat attendees or finalists, but no repeat winner so far. All right, let's take a look at the upcoming schedule, and then I'll take a look at some of the cup stuff. So as I mentioned, this is the only game on the W schedule tonight, Toronto and Indiana on USA Network. That's the game we're currently watching. Tomorrow we got 6 games. We have Washington and Connecticut at 7 p.m., New York and Chicago at 8 p.m. on USA, Dallas and Golden State at 10 p.m., and then we have 4 10 p.m. games, including that one. Minnesota and LA, Vegas and Phoenix, and Seattle and Portland. We'll only be doing the New York and Chicago game on the Watchalong, so make sure you guys have those noti bells on. You're tapped in around 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll be live to do that game. All right, and on Thursday, June 18th, there's only one game again, Atlanta and Indiana at 7:30 on Prime. Friday, we have Toronto and Connecticut, Washington and New York, and Minnesota and Golden State. Those last 2 games are on Ion. Saturday, we have all national TV games, 2 games on ABC. Indiana Atlanta rematch. It was a home and home, so they play in Indiana on Thursday, and then they play in Atlanta on Saturday. Seattle and Phoenix, and then you have Chicago and Dallas on CBS to close out the day. And then on Sunday, June 21st, Golden State and Vegas at 4 p.m. on CBS, Washington and Minnesota at 6 p.m. on NBA TV. And then you have New York and LA for the first time this season at 8 p.m. on ESPN and Disney Plus. So that's the upcoming schedule for the WNBA. We will be doing tomorrow and Thursday's games. After that, it's all up in the air. I'll be away, but I'll try to get as much content as I can in for us to dive into. All right, I did want to look at the Commissioner's Cup stuff, so let's take a look here about the cup. So let me see if I was right. So the Commissioner's Cup started in the 2021 season, and which team won it? The Seattle Storm defeated the Connecticut Sun 79-57 in the inaugural championship cup game. It took place, and this was before in the beginning of the Commissioner's Cup, it was at a neutral site, so it took place in Phoenix, Arizona. For that one, the 22 Cup was between the Aces and the Sky. This is when they sort of transitioned into the finalists with the highest, or the finalist that has the who wins the tiebreaker will host the cup. And Chicago ended up losing that one. The Vegas Aces won the cup in 22. In 23, the Liberty beat the Aces 82-63 in Las Vegas, Nevada. In 24, the Lynx beat the Liberty 94-89. It took place in UBS Arena because it took place during the NBA draft. The Liberty's Arena, the Barclays Center, they host the NBA draft. So unfortunately, the Liberty had to move it to a different arena out on Long Island, and they ended up losing. And in 25, the Fever defeat the Minnesota Lynx. So it's funny how the last couple years sort of worked. So in 22, the Aces beat the Sky, and then the following year, the Liberty beat those Aces, and then the following year, the Minnesota Lynx beat the Liberty, and then last year, the Fever beat the Lynx. So every time the team that won gets back to the cup, they end up losing to a new team, which is a interesting observation there. So that's the Commissioner's Cup in a nutshell. Tomorrow is the final day of group play, so we'll see which 2 teams play. The final will take place on Tuesday, June 30th. At whatever team comes out on top in terms of having the higher seed. All right, I got through a lot there. Hopefully you guys were informed. 53-50 at halftime. We're waiting for this third quarter to start, and then we can continue on our way here. Salute to everyone still tapped into the channel. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, share. Helps the channel out tremendously. Still at halftime. We gotta take a look, since we still have some time. Let's take a look at season leaders here. Let me see if I can get to season leaders and not tonight's leaders. There we go. Season leaders is down here. Let's take a zoom in. So as of right now, points per game in the league, Asia Wilson, the MVP, leading the way with 25.6 points per game. Kelsey Plum with 25. Got Brittany Sykes for the tempo with 20.7. Caitlin Clark fourth with 20.3. And then you got 2 Fever players in the top 5. You have Clark at 20.3. Same as Kelsey Mitchell, 20.3. In terms of rebounds, Angel Reese, we know that's what she does extremely well. Leading the league in rebounds, 12.3 rebounds a game. Jess Shepard almost had a triple-double last night, 1 assist shy. She finishes. She has 11.6 rebounds a game. 10.5 for Anissa. Jonquel at 9.2, and then Nneka Ogwumike with 9. Assists per game, Alyssa Thomas averaging 8.1. Caitlin Clark in second with 7.8. Chelsea Gray with 7.0. Canada with 6.8, and Jackie Young with 6.7. Asia Wilson leads the lead in blocks. Oh, Ryan Howard passes Marine Johannes. Marine Johannes was leading the league in three-pointers made for a bit. She's fallen down to third. Ryan Howard with 42, Mabry with 41. Three-point percentage. Kennedy Carter. I know there's been some rumors going around about her and what. I don't know how people be noticing people take stuff out of their bio and who they're following and stop following. And I never got so deep in the weeds on socials where I notice when people stop following other people. Is there an app for that? Or I don't know how that works. Somebody let me know. Somebody let me know. All right, broadcast is finally coming back. Man, that river in Indiana looked dirty. That thing was green as hell. Jeez. That's how that river usually look. They're like dirty as hell. Anyway, we're getting out of halftime here, people. Finally. Jose, Tempo, you think the Tempo gonna win? We'll see. They only down by 3. Only down by 3. Salute to everyone who hung out for the halftime. Third quarter about to get started. Stats are on your screen. Stats are on your screen. They're talking about Laura Euskida. Let's make a McPeak girl look. Okay. Laura Euskida, they're talking about her, how she was leading the team. She wasn't doing anything out of her body. Just calm, making the right reads, literally just running the floor, taking wide open shots and knocking them down. The Lithuanian rookie doing her thing here. Kyle, what's going on? You were cooking dinner, responsible adult stuff. It's really Laura Euskida for the Tempo and Marina. What's her name? Caitlin Clark working on the double. She has 9 points, 9 assists. So that's what she's doing. Ball back in play here with the Fever to start the third. Ball down to Boston. They bring a double over. They get it over to Mitchell. Over to Hull now. Over to Billings, right side of the court. Billings loads up for a midi, rattles in and out. And Conde starts the second half in place of Marina Mabry? No, in place of Julie Alamon. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Mabry over to Izzy Harrison. Izzy over to Euskida. Euskida pump fakes for 3. Hands it off to Mabry. Nice pass. Nice finish by Mabry. 1 point game. 53-52. Mabry up to 13 points here. Caitlin with the ball over to Boston. Top of the key. Left side to Mitchell. Legs coming off that curl. Tries to get downhill. Poked away and stolen. Another turnover by the Fever. Got a 3-on-2 here. Conde back to Sykes. Sykes throws up the floater over Billings. Scores. End of Tempo. Take the lead. 54-53. Just like that. Looks like Caitlin Clark steps back for a 3 over Conde off the front of the rim. Billings tips it to herself. Poked away by Mabry and they call a foul, but they have no challengers. They can't. They called a foul on Mabry. That one looked clean to me. I didn't look like a foul to me. Let me see. Oh, it looks like Kelsey Mitchell might have got on that previous play. Looked like she might have got hit in the face. I don't know. Mo Billings with the ball back to Caitlin. Caitlin dribbles out the right corner, gets bumped by Euskida, throws up the layup. Won't go, but she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. That's the 4th foul on Laura Euskida. So first free throw by Caitlin Clark. And knocks it down. You put Mabry to get 3 rebounds. She got 0 right now. Don't worry, it's still early. Still early. Keep the faith, Ben. Caitlin Clark at the line for the second and the lead, and she knocks it down. Scores 55-54. Ball in play here with Brittany Sykes. Over to, who's that? Temi Fagbenle, who comes in for Yuskaita. Mabry lines up for a three, and she buries it. Knocks down the three, gives them a 2-point lead. 57-55. Marina Mabry starting to get hot here. Remember, Caitlin steps back on Conde, and she's short on the three. They call a foul on the floor on Mabry. Mabry and Hull going at it a bit. And they call a foul on Marina. Marina quickly looking to crash out, gives her the stare of death. Marina is funny as hell, man. Ball over to Aaliyah Boston, gets it back to Caitlin. Caitlin, corner to Mo Billings for three, short. Caitlin gets the offensive rebound, finds Lexi Hall, and that's the double-double. Caitlin Clark with her 10th assist of the game. And it's tied at 57. Mabry dancing behind the screen, gets into the paint, finds Temi Fagbenle on the roll. Layup is up and good. Tempo retake the lead, 59-57. Ball over to Clark. Clark finds Kelsey Mitchell on the cut. That's a foul on Fagbenle. And now Kelsey Mitchell will go to the line for 2 free throws. (59-57). Kelsey Mitchell at the line for 2 free throws. So Caitlin Clark now with 11 points and 10 assists. Kelsey Mitchell free throw is up. And it's good. Okay, USA has this nice little free throw graphic at the bottom of the score bug here. That was pretty clever. Second free throw is up for Kelsey and knocks it down. 59-59. These teams going back and forth here. What's up, Sister Beard? Golden Child said refs need to lay off the whistle and let the girls play. Yeah, they've been calling a lot of whistles so far. Fagbenle with the ball. Fagbenle almost carries, gets it over to Mabry. Mabry on the drive. Mabry gets around Mitchell, shoots the midi. Too strong. Fight for the rebound. Boston gets it over to Caitlin. Caitlin head of steam here. Blows it down. Finds Boston. Boston loads up for a three, and she buries it. Boston with a left wing three, and they take a 3-point lead, 62-59. Aaliyah Boston up to 14 points. Sykes with the ball over to Fagbenle. And Fagbenle looking for Marina. Marina comes off the screen, and they call a foul there. I don't know if it was on Mabry, on the Mabry pass, or it's on the Sykes away from the play. Ooh, that was good. So Brittany Sykes holding her head. They bring the towels out to cover her. And Sandy Brondello is saying to review that. And Sykes is over here hitting the floor. Seems to be in a lot of pain right now. Marina now is telling the refs to review it. So everybody twirling their fingers out there. Brittany Sykes still on the floor. Let's see if they show the replay here, what actually happened. Oh, it was a non-contact injury. So the foul was on the Marina pass. It's a non-contact injury for Brittany Sykes. That might be I don't want to speculate, but it might be like a knee or an Achilles. Because she just started to take off and then crumple to the floor. So it wasn't a foul on that. It was a foul on Marina. It was a foul on Marina Mabry's pass. But I think Sykes might be cooked from her initial reaction there. She was slapping the floor, similar to how like Tyrese Halliburton was hitting the floor when he tore his Achilles. It was similar to that. Hopefully, it's just nothing tore. It was just a hyperextension or something like that. I mean, from what I'm hearing, they give a round of applause. So hopefully she was able to get up while they're showing this slate here. It was literally non-contact. She just went to push off and then just crumpled. Yikes. Hopefully she's okay, because without her, it's curtains. Maura says I put Mitchell for PRA under 24.5. She has 15, 16, 17. I think he might be cooked. As long as this game stays close, Kelsey Mitchell is a threat. And she's at 17 already, PRA. So that's 8. She can get that 2 threes, a rebound here or there. You might be cooked, but listen, stranger things have happened. Sometimes you need one guy or one player for one rebound for like 30 minutes and they can't get a rebound. They're talking about the leading scorer duo, Sykes and Mabry, a third in the league. They average 38.6 points per game. Yeah, she literally just pushed off. Literally non-contact. And she's getting helped off the court, her using her teammates as crutches, but she's putting a little bit of weight on it. But we'll see what happens to Brittany Sykes. She's slowly walking off the court here under the assistance of the trainers and teammates. So we get back to action, unfortunately. Conde with the ball. Maria Conde, step back 2, short. And Aaliyah Boston gets on the floor for the rebound. They're fighting for it, and they call a foul. They had to sub in, what's her name? Tima Puye. So Tima Puye checks into this game. Is Sykes guarding Mitchell? Not really. She's been switching off with Clark, Mitchell, everybody. Aaliyah Boston to the line because remember they're in the bonus. She knocks down the free throw. Michaela Timpson into the game here. Nah, you haven't missed anything, LMB. Nothing crazy. No crash outs. Hull and Mabry got into a tiny, I wouldn't call it a crash out. It was just like a stare off. Hull was smiling. Mabry was giving her the stone cold face. Pouye with the ball attacks Caitlin, dribbles left with 6 on the clock. Pouye drives into the paint, goes up, lays it up. Oh, she misses the layup. Good drive, couldn't finish. Caitlin with the ball finds Sophie Cunningham. Cunningham dribbles back out to 3, up top to Boston. Boston fakes the handoff, goes backdoor to Kelsey Mitchell, who lays it in. She's been feasting on those backdoor cuts all game long. It's 66-59. Mabry with the ball over to Conde, back to Mabry. Mabry, she's gonna have to put the team on her back now. They bring the double. She escapes over to Izzy Harrison. Izzy Harrison goes cross court over to Pouye. Pouye on the drive, throws it out to Conde. Conde for top of the key 3, and she rattles it in. They needed that one badly. Maria Conde knocks it down. 66-62. Nice pace by the tempo. I see what you did there, Tamika. Caitlin goes into the paint, throws up a reverse layup, draws the foul on Pouye, and she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Yeah, Maria Conde's gotten beat on so many back doors tonight. You got to be aware of that. You got to have one eye on your man, one eye on the ball. And she's just been getting cooked on the back door. I think Caitlin missed that first free throw. 5-point lead here. Oh, she made the first, and she makes the second. 68-62, 6-point lead. We're still in the third quarter here, 5:20 to go. Ball over to Izzy Harrison. Over to Tima Pouye. Pouye gets it back to Mabry. Mabry, guarded by Mitchell. They bring a double out. She dribbles into the double, and it's a jump ball. They bring in that double to Mabry, and she's going to have to escape that or move that ball much quicker. Because there's a person open if they bring that double. She's trying to finesse her way out of it. Didn't work out. So jump ball between Boston and Mabry at half court. Boston should win that, and they call a lane violation or a jump ball violation. Mabry didn't even jump. No sense in expending her energy there on a lost cause. You think Clark can get a 39 fantasy score? Possibly. Clark with the ball. That backdoor ain't no joke. No, for real, for real. Caitlin with the ball. Caitlin finds Boston on the roll. Boston stops, throws it back out to Kate. Kate drives right, goes behind the back, into the paint, throws it out to Boston. Another three from the same spot. Can't get it to go. Pouye with the rebound. Hope I'm pronouncing her name right. I've never seen this girl play in my life. Conde with the ball. Conde over to Izzy Harrison. Izzy, she's been quiet. Izzy goes to the lane and misses the left-hand lay, rolls right out. And she's on the floor in the backcourt. They have numbers. Sophie Cunningham loads up for a three and buries it. Left corner, left wing three is good for Sophie Cunningham. And a timeout by Sandy Brondello in the tempo. 9-point lead for the Fever. Miss a layup on one end. Don't get back in transition. Sophie Cunningham, her third three of the night. She buries it. So we go to a timeout here. All right, let's take a look at the box score. Brittany Sykes going out, sort of put a damper on this. Oh, it looks like Norway beat Iraq. Let me see who scored that fourth goal. Oh, Hussein. That's what. Oh, own goal. Damn, that sucks. Own goal. All right, 71-62. Let's take a look here. Salute for the Jules Mats. Salute, salute. Unless this is an old notification. That won't go away. Doom, doom, doom. Doom, doom, doom. Looking at it, 62-71. 62-71. Fever outscoring the tempo 18-12 in the quarter. Tempo, you got 10 points for Izzy Harrison, still with 7 rebounds. Yuskaita dealing with foul trouble. She's up to 4 fouls. She still has 14. 16 for Marina Mabry. 6 assists. Brittany Sykes, before she went out, has 11. For the Fever, let me show you quickly as we come back into action. Boston with 16 and 10, double-double. Her 4th straight. And you got 17 for Kelsey Mitchell, 13 and 12 for Caitlin Clark. So teammates with double-doubles. On the inbound here, ball poked away by Sophie Cunningham. They finally get it into Pouye. Gets it over to Izzy Harrison. Finds Mabry on the curl. Mabry pulls up for the midi. Knocks it down. Marina Mabry. She's going to have to put the team on her back right now if they want to have a chance in this one. 71-64. Mabry with another bucket. She's up to 18. Got Aaliyah Boston with the ball. Hands it off to Kelsey. Kelsey loads up for a three, and she buries the three. If you, like I told whoever that was, if you had Kelsey Mitchell under 24.5, you might be cooked. She's up to 20 points. Pouye with the ball. Up top to Izzy Harrison. Down to Fagbenle. Seals, but gets fouled on the seal. And they're going to call the foul on Timpson. Mara said you need Julie to make 4.5 points. We haven't seen Julie all second half. Hines Allen finally back into the game. She got popped in the nose to start. Or was it the lip? It looked like her lip is a little swollen. It might be the lip. but we'll see. Yeah, I think something might be wrong with Julie because I haven't seen her since halftime. Out to Key. Key for three in the corner. Can't get it. Pouye with the rebound. Hands it off to Conde. And they call a moving screen on Pouye. Pouye. They call her Pouye. So I'm going to call her Pouye. Sorry. I'm over here calling her Pouye. Pouye. 74-64. 3.5 to go. Fever up by 10. If you're just joining, Brittany Sykes went down with a non-contact injury earlier in this quarter. So they are playing short-handed now without one of their top leading scorers. Caitlin Clark over to Kelsey Mitchell. Wide open at the left elbow, knocks it down. 12-point lead. I wouldn't say Kelsey Mitchell's the equivalent to Jay Brunson. Conde wide open for three, and she buries it. They needed that one bad again. They just need to stay afloat here. They cut the deficit back to single digits. 76-67. Clark over to Hines Allen. Hands it off to Sophie Cunningham. Loads up for another three. Oh, tonight's just her night. That's her fourth three. Sophie Cunningham from the same spot as before buries another three. Mabry over to Pouye. Pouye for corner three, and Tima Pouye knocks down the three. Tempo just hanging around here, trying to stay afloat. Looks like reinforcements will be coming in that look like Alamond, but since the Fever are in the bonus, they'll go back to the line on that foul by Conde. Yeah, this game is pretty good, Kasama. This game is pretty good. They're going back and forth here. Hopefully it doesn't turn out to a blowout in the fourth quarter. Caitlin Clark at the free throw line, too strong off the back of the rim. Let's see, subs happening here. Who's subbing in? Kia Nurse. Are they updating us on Julie? They said she's unlikely to return. Great analysis, guys. I wanted to hear what was wrong. And Caitlin misses both free throws. They just said Julie Alamon unlikely to return. If we haven't seen her now, we're not going to see her. She's not even on the bench. And they call a foul on the Fever there on the pass. So they lost Alamon, and now they lose Sykes. So they lose two of their starting guards here in this game. Damn, when it rains, it pours, as they say. Was that a shot or a pass? But it was an air ball. Sophie Cunningham over to Kelsey Mitchell. Mitchell dancing against Kia Nurse. Steps back for three, and she buries it. Well, she's not at 24 anymore. Kelsey Mitchell knocks down to three. It's a 12-point lead again. 22 for Kelsey. Pouye over to Kia Nurse. On the curl, gets fouled there by Mitchell. And Kia Nurse will go to the line for 2-3 free throws. Yeah, and Kiki Rice is injured as well. So three of their guards are injured. Tough. Kelsey Mitchell. Yeah, you can't bet against Kelsey most nights. She's too much of a scorer. She's gonna get the shots. She's efficient tonight too. 9 of 10 shooting, 25 points. Didn't even need the rebounds and the assist to go over that 24.5. 72-82. Tempo knocked down the free throws. 10-point game. Let's see how they end the quarter. You got Raven Johnson in for Caitlin Clark. Maisha Hines Allen with the ball at the top of the key. Looking for Kelsey Mitchell on the back cut. They get the steal this time. They wanted a foul. They don't call it. Pouye comes out of the pack with the loose ball. Pouye on the drive. Pouye drops it off to Izzy Harrison. Goes up, and she smokes the... Oh, no, that was Tiani Key, excuse me. And she misses the layup. Hines Allen over to Sophie. Sophie steps back for a three in the same spot again. Oh, they get lucky. She misses. They going under on those screens. Got to go over those screens on a three-point shooter. I don't think they learned their lesson yet. Kia Nurse picks up her dribble. Tries to get it to Key. Ball deflected and stolen by Timpson. Over to Cunningham. Cunningham drops it off to Mitchell. She's on a heater. Over to Cunningham. Down to Hines Allen. Whoa, that was a push off. Over to Raven Johnson for three. Can't get it to go. And Kia Nurse gets the rebound. Kia Nurse over to Yuskaita. Drops it off to Pui. Yuskaita back in the game. She started off high. Got into some foul trouble. Pui down the lane. Left hand lay. And they called a foul on Timpson. So Pui came in on some reserve minutes because all their guards are going down, and she's given some good minutes so far. Salute her. I don't know much about Tima Pui, but she misses the free throw. So let me look up let me see where Tima's from. Bio. Damn, they don't got nothing about her. Let me see where she from. The game log. Did she? Let me look her up right quick. Yeah, I don't know where this girl from. Tima Pui knocks down the free throw. I'm gonna look her up at the end of the quarter because I don't know who she is. Sorry to that woman. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball. 3-second difference shot clock and game clock. Kelsey Mitchell gets around Mabry. They leave her open. Finds Hines Allen in the left corner. She drives up top to Cunningham. Cunningham for three, and she buries it. Dribble and kick. Penetrating kick. Sophie Cunningham. That's her fifth three. Mabry takes a half court three for no reason and leaves 1.3 seconds on the clock. That's the second time she's done that. Ball into Raven Johnson from 3/4 court. Not even close. And that's how the quarter ends. 85-73 for the Fever. Oh, she's French. Damn, another French invasion. $85-73 at the end of the third. Thanks. I just looked it up. Pui, another French player. Damn, they run this joint. Damn, we share the same birthday. Look at that. Birthday twin over here. April 7th. Salute Tima Pui. A 90s baby. Well, late 90s. Yeah, that's crazy. We share the same birthday. What are the odds? What are the damn odds? Hold on, y'all. Let me get back to the box score here so I can see what we talking about. 85-73. Fever outscored the Tempo 32-23 in that quarter. 32-23. Damn, every team got a French player, it seems like. Seriously. They taking over. Remember that song? We taking over one city at a time. Who's that? Akon? Mad salute for the Jules. Appreciate you. She said GG's. Good game. It's over. Stick a fork in them. Damn, you calling it out already? Looking at the box score, it's funny. Mabry, 18, leading scorer now. 14 for Yuskaita, and she barely played that third quarter. Billings, Brianna asks, how am I feeling about Billings? I love Billings, but she not it today. 15 minutes, 5 points, 6 rebounds. I don't know what you needed from her today, but I hope it wasn't much more than that. Aaliyah Boston, double-double, 16 and 10. Kelsey Mitchell with 25 points. Lexi Hull with 4, and then you got Caitlin Clark with 13 points, 13 assists, 4 rebounds. She is 3 for 11 from the field, 7 of 10 from the line. Hasn't hit a 3 tonight, so if you had Caitlin for threes, you SOL. 5 turnovers. And then you got Sophie Cunningham off the bench with 17, 5 of 6 from 3. Matt said, I told you Billings ain't been the same since she got her shot blocked by Sonia. Kyle, that was clever. Mo needs more Mo consistency. Oh, get this Sophie Cunningham Sports Illustrated cover off the screen. Yikes, that was a jump scare. Oh, you need one more rebound for Billings. Let's see if she gets some minutes. That was a jump scare and a half. I looked up at her picture. Her Sports Illustrated cover pictures were circling on the screen. Yikes. You need... Who you need for 2 points? If you need Brittany Sykes for 2 points, you're out of luck. She's out for the rest of the game. All right, broadcast is back. Fourth quarter getting started here. Toronto starts with possession. Got Tima Pui still at the point guard. They got no one else to run the point guard. Oh, Izzy missed the cut. Izzy finds Yuskaita in the right corner. Yuskaita dribbles out. Gets it over to Pui. Pui with 5 on the shot clock. Guarded by Raven Johnson. Stats back for 3. Pui off to the right. And rebound to Hines Allen. Ball over to Raven Johnson. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball over to Cunningham. Loads up for another 3. And she buries it. Oh, it's over, y'all. It's over. That's her 6th 3 of the game. 88-73. Cunningham with 20. Ball over to Mabry. Mabry throws it out to Izzy Harrison. Right wing 3 off the rim. Fight for the rebound. Hines Allen with the rebound. Raven Johnson with the ball. Over to Hines Allen. Hines Allen comes off the screen. Gets downhill. Throws it out to Mitchell. No hesitation for 3 and misses. Izzy Harrison with the rebound. Gets it over to Mabry. Mabry crosses half court. Dancing with it. Crosses over Raven Johnson and then loses the handle out of bounds. Yikes. 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 Sophie Cunningham knocking down 3 after 3. Ball and play here with and it's a new season high for Sophie. 20 points on 6 of 7 shooting from 3. Raven Johnson out to Boston. Over to Clark. Clark snakes into the lane, goes up, and they call a foul on Kia Nurse. Caitlin Clark a little slow to get up there. And she'll go to the line for free throws. So Caitlin Clark at the line for 2 free throws. She's been living at the line tonight and misses the free throw again. That's her 3rd straight missed free throw. So she hasn't made a 3-pointer, and the free throws have been a struggle for Caitlin as she knocks down the second. 89-73 is the score. 89-73. Ball over from Conde to Nurse. Back to Conde. Conde doing a point forward roll here. Finds Nurse. Nurse with the ball and gets fouled by Boston. Her first foul of the game. Ball in play here. Mabry diving on the floor for it. It rolls out to Yuskaita. Yuskaita gets downhill, fakes the pass, and gets stripped somehow by Boston. It's just getting all bad for the tempo. They're out of rhythm here. Cunningham decides to go into the paint this time. Throws it out to Raven. Over to Caitlin. Caitlin for 3, and she just can't buy one tonight, y'all. Conde, a scoop pass, but throws it right to Boston. Caitlin walks into a 3, and she just misses another one. She's like 0 for 7 from 3. Mabry with the ball. Down to Izzy Harrison. Spins, attacks Boston. Pump fakes, goes up. It gets fouled there by Aaliyah Boston. So Caitlin Clark tonight, 0 for 7 from 3. 3 for 13 from the field. She's 8 for 12 from the free throw line. So Izzy Harrison at the line for 2 free throws. Mo Billings about to check back into the game after the first free throw here. First free throw is up and she misses. Come on, Izzy, I need some points from you. Mo Billings checks in. Hines Allen goes to the bench. Izzy Harrison for the second free throw. And she knocks that one down. 89-74, 7:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. It's been all fever in the second half since the injuries have occurred. The Fever have taken over this game. Caitlin comes off the screen from Boston, gets poked from behind, but they call a foul on Conde for the poke from behind. And she's telling her coach to challenge it. They may have a challenge the amount of times they're saying challenge. Maybe they didn't challenge that first play that I thought they did. Boston with the ball. Boston attacks Izzy Harrison, dribbles back out. Throws it over to Raven, back to Boston. Boston handoff to Caitlin, and they call a moving screen on Boston. So after being foul-free in the first three quarters, she's picked up 2. Picked up 3, I should say. How many rebounds does Mabry have, Ben? Mabry has 1. Ball and play with Conde. Gets down the lane, gets the ball stripped by Caitlin, and Cunningham picks it up. Back to Caitlin. Caitlin gets the ball poked from behind, but it goes right to Billings. Over to Cunningham. Cunningham down to Boston, and that's easy work. Boston lays it in. And a timeout called by Sandy Brondello. 91-74. 6:41 to go. Fever on top. Salute to everyone still hanging around for the watch along on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Salute for the Rose Ben. Salute, salute. Appreciate all the support. Super chats on YouTube, the super stickers, the jewels, all the good things. Only game on the W schedule tonight. So once this is over, I'm gonna head out of here. I'll be back tomorrow for Chicago, New York. And we'll keep eyes on the other games that are happening around the W. Tomorrow is the final day of Commissioner's Cup group play stage. So a lot on the line for Vegas and Minnesota as well. Fever fans having a ball here in the arena. They're doing the Cupid shuffle in there, like a rim. This dude stretched his foot all the way up to his head. What is happening? Man, took his leg, put his dirty foot on the side of his face as a dance move. Where they do that at, man? I don't know where they do that at. He did it again because the crowd is cheering him on. Listen, that's how y'all get down in Indiana. I don't know. Leading scorers for the game: Kelsey Mitchell, 25 points, 9 of 11 shooting, 20 points for Sophie Cunningham on 7 of 10 shooting, 6 of 7 from 3-point range. For the tempo, they have 4 players in double figures, but it's not enough. Brittany Sykes out injured in this game. Julie Alamond out injured in this game. They're already missing Kiki Rice and Niara Sabali. So now they have 4 injured players. 4 and players who were actually starters at one point or another. So they're going to have to figure some things out. Damn, this is a long break here. A long break. I do need to eventually get to a game out there. I'm going to try and get to some other WNBA arenas. So they say they have the injuries tonight. Julie Alamon, undisclosed injury, and then Brittany Sykes is a foot injury. Kima Pui had to come in and give some reserve minutes at the guard spot. She did okay. Again, thrown into the fire there. My birthday twin. I'm gonna keep up with her career. Never met a professional. Oh, that's a travel on you, Skyta. Yep, I seen it. Sister Bear said, "Where have I been? I've only been to Barclays. I'm a season ticket holder with the Liberty. I'm trying to get up to Toronto this year for a game, but I'm also trying to get to Connecticut before they leave Connecticut. So Connecticut's definitely on my list this season before they are no more. Toronto to visit during the inaugural season, that would be dope. Oh, a nice pass from Sky to the key, and there she lays it in. I might want to. I don't know if I can make it to Portland this year. Oh, they say Julie Alaman is out with a headache, as Caitlin Clark gets big bodies into the lane and lays it in. So Caitlin Clark now, for those who are watching her stats, 16 points, and then Yuskaita finally scores another basket after that hot start. She'll go to the line for the 3-point play. You seen that, Sierra? They kept showing this one dude who was terrible. A move was ass. The foot to the head move is cool. You're flexible, but that move is trash. Anyways, Valhalla, it derives from like some mythic stuff, like Valkyries mythic. It's like it derives from Valhalla, and they turned it into Valhalla. You turned 25 into 1200, man. That's a good come up, Jesus. Good come up there. What do you need? Is 15 from Caitlin or something? Another timeout. Just let this game end, please, God. 93-78. We have another timeout on our hands. Yes, thank you, Kyle. Nordic origins from Valhalla. Man said I turned 10 into 8. Sykes has been out this game since the third quarter. She went out with a non-contact injury. So if you're looking for Brittany Sykes, you're not gonna find her. She's not coming back. Golden State has great marketing. Yeah, they do. Talking about that, I need to start looking at flights and stuff to Toronto. See when they're actually in Toronto and not playing like in Montreal or Vancouver or some other place, because they Canada's team, so they're gonna be traveling all over. So I gotta make sure that they're in Toronto. It's a quick hour and a half flight from New York. I could do a nice day trip up there, catch a game, and fly back same day. Connecticut, it's a long drive up I-95, driving up to damn near Rhode Island to watch that team. But I'll get it done. Mads, I just got to keep it. I got to keep it 100. They were asking for Sykes. I'm like, she's nowhere to be found. She's hurt. We're in another commercial, guys. I'm not just rambling for the fun of it. I mean, it is fun to ramble, but we are in a commercial and they're showing more people dancing. They should have put Julie as injured on Prize Picks. I don't know. How does that work if she started a full half of the game? Do they still put her as injured? I don't know. Still to be determined. Commissioner's Cup Western Conference. I think everybody's confused because some people are saying, I don't know, 5-1 Las Vegas, 5-1 Minnesota. Las Vegas owns the head-to-head tiebreaker. See, I don't. They need a what you call it? Explain the Commissioner's Cup rules, because I know the rules changed from last year. It used to be head-to-head was the main tiebreaker, then it was point differential, but everybody's confused. What's up, Liz? Salute. Good to see you. You're making your bet money back from earlier World Cup bets. What you had, Chris? I was watching the France Senegal game. Don't tell me you had Senegal winning or something. 5-second violation, turnover by Caitlin. That's her 6th turnover of the game. Ball in play here with Conde over to Temi Fagbenle. Conde over to Mabry. Mabry ball out of bounds. It's a turnover fest here. They just trying to prolong this game. I don't know what's going on. Ball in play here with Caitlin Clark. 16 points, 13 assists, 6 turnovers. Caitlin down the lane, goes up, gets fouled again, and she'll go to the free throw line again. Oh, he had Odegaard. I'm an Arsenal fan. I would have told you not to play Odegaard. What? Yeah, Mbappe definitely delivered. What a player. That's one of my favorite players, man. Caitlin Clark at the line for 2 free throws. Knocks down the first. Almost choked on that water. Excuse me. And Caitlin knocks down the second. So that's 18 points for Caitlin now. You need 2 more for you 20-point betters. Mabry gets downhill, goes off glass, can't make it. Timpson with the rebound. Gets it over to Caitlin. Caitlin with the ball. Crosses half court. Comes off the screen. Snakes between the legs. Caitlin dribbles back out to the 3. She's pounding the air out of the ball. Over to Lexi Hull. Back to Caitlin on a handoff. And then they call a foul on Conde. Yeah, CC, she living at the line tonight. Can't say she not getting no foul shots. They calling the fouls. She's 10 for 14 from the line. Kia Nurse goes to the bench for the tempo. 5 minutes to go in this 4th quarter, which is dragging along. Excuse me. Caitlin inbounds to Kelsey Mitchell, picking on the young rookie Tima. Finds Timpson on the baseline cut and misses. Fight for the rebound. Fagbenle tips it out to Conde. Conde with Caitlin in her sights. Euro steps through, finishes, and 1. Maria Conde will go to the line for the 3-point play. As Conde looked up, so it was Caitlin Clark. She said, "Free eats," and lays it in. We'll go to the line for the 3-point lay. Yeah, that's a foul. You hit her on the elbow. Foul. And Conde knocks down the free throw for the 3-point play. 95-81 is the score. And now another foul. Jeez, it's like these girls don't want to go home. Argentina, Algeria. Nah, I think that should be I ain't cover. I'm probably watch it, but I'm not gonna cover it. That should be a good one. I think Argentina beats Algeria though. They got what they got. Who they got on Algeria? Mahrez. I think that's easy work. Kelsey Mitchell knocks down a free throw. Sophie Cunningham checks in for Michaela Timpson. Second free throw is up for Kelsey Mitchell. And 97 points total for the Fever. Temi Fagbenle in the paint, dribbles out of it, almost got the 3-second violation. He throws it. Pui saves it, excuse me. Pui finds Yuskaita in the corner. She dribbles out of it. Double clutches, misses. Lexi Hull jumps up and snags the rebound. Please just put this game out of our misery. Caitlin Clark into the paint. Behind the back pass. Almost hits a fan in the 3rd row. She tried to get too fancy there. And another turnover. That's her 7th of the game. Ball in play here with Pui. 97-81. She might get a triple-double with turnovers. That's Caitlin I'm talking about. Pui gets it over to Temi. Tammy gets it over to Mabry. Mabry takes the three, can't get it. Bentley, offensive rebound, doesn't even take her time and throws it back up. And a foul on Pui. And they're in the bonus, so it's more free throws. Oh my God. Please stop fouling. So Sophie Cunningham going to the line for 2 free throws. I guess if you bet on the total score, you might be in luck here. I don't know what it was, but they keep fouling and it's slowing down the clock. What was it? It closed at 180? Yeah. You might be in luck here. I didn't want it's 10. I didn't want it's 10. 8. Yeah. You're in luck. As she knocks down both free throws, 99-81. Puyi with the ball, gets down the lane, drops it off to Yuskaita, and they call a foul on the pass. Listen, everybody they just foul. Looking at the fouls, you got 4 from Yuskaita, 5 from Puyi, 3 from Alaman, who hasn't played since halftime. Izzy only has 2. I'm surprised. She got 2 quick ones. It's crazy, man. They just, if Puyi falls out, you're gonna have Yuskaita playing point guard or something. 99-82 is the score. Caitlin Clark rushes up the court. 18 points, 13 assists. Season high 13 assists. She steps back for 3, and finally she buries it. If you wanted 20 plus points for Caitlin, she knocks down to 3. 102-82. Puyi attacks, can't get the layup to go. Billings with a rebound. If you needed Billings for a rebound, she got it as well. Caitlin Clark with the ball. Gets it over to Raven Johnson. Raven Johnson back to Caitlin. Caitlin pump fakes. Snakes into the lane. Finds Hull on a cut. That back cut has been working all night long. 104-82. Three players with 20 plus points for the Fever tonight. Yeah, this fourth quarter has been a struggle. Only reason you're watching this if you had the bets on it. Puyi with the ball has to take a contested 3 off the back of the rim, and Caitlin chases down the rebound, gets it over to Cunningham. Cunningham finds Hull. Hull wide open for 3, and in and out. Cunningham with the rebound, puts it back up and in. They should just have a running clock now. 106-82, another timeout called. Just put us out of our misery, please. Running clock. All right, so they had another timeout, y'all. Let me show y'all the box score since we have nothing else to look at, really. Boom. Fever running away here in the fourth quarter. As you can see, it's 21-9 in the fourth quarter in terms of team scoring. 106-82 is the score. Got Izzy Harrison with 11 and 8. Yuskaita with 16. 11 for Sykes. She's out with an injury since the midway through the third quarter. 18 for Mabry with 7 assists. And Alaman out with a headache from halftime. She didn't score in this one. Off the bench, Conde with 12. Key with 2. Bentley with 3. Nurse with 4. Puyi with 5. For the Fever, you got Mo Billings, 5 points, 7 rebounds. Aaliyah Boston with 18 and 11 with 4 assists. You got Kelsey Mitchell with 27 to lead all scorers. 6 for Lexi Hull. And you got 21, 14 assists, 5 rebounds, 6 turnovers for Caitlin. 1 of 8 from 3, finally hits her first 3. in this quarter, 5 for 15 from the field. 24 points for Sophie Cunningham, a season high. 6 of 7 from 3. 6 rebounds. Ball in play here with the tempo. Yuskaita attacks Cunningham, goes up, gets fouled, and one. Laura Yuskaita said, let me just add to my career high here. I'm leaving here with something. Denzel voice. So Laura Yuskaita at the line. Demidis Dantis, the Brazilian, checks into the game. Eyebrows done up, crazy. And crazy meaning good, not bad. Joints is looking sharp as Yuskaita hits the free throw for the 3-point play. 106-85. Yeah, this is the longest 2 minutes ever. You would think these players get played the longer the game is or something like that. Dantas comes in, shoots the 3, can't get it. Yuskaita with the rebound. Over to Kia Nurse, who's scot-free and lays it in. Yeah, I think Fever want the point differential. That's probably what it is. And Raven Johnson falls on the floor, and then they call a timeout here. Stephanie White, I don't know why. Just let it be. You've already turned the ball over a ton of times. What's one more? Jeez. You already got 16 turnovers. Might as well just turn it over again. Argentina scored. I mean, I expect that to be easy work for Argentina, to be completely honest with you, but already is only 5 minutes in. No way they scored already. They said it's offside. There's no way they scored. Oh, I'm about to say, I just seen offside. You scared me. I'm gonna say, there's no way they scored. Fever -8 over 1-8. Yeah, they cleared that easy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Kyle. Why are we calling timeouts almost up 20? It's like, bro, we trying to go home. I mean, I'm home, but they trying to go home. People got work in the morning. All right, ball in play here with the Fever. 1:30 to go. Raven Johnson, foul line jump shot too strong. Dantas tips the rebound out to Cunningham. Johnson pulls up for another 3, and she knocks it down. I think everybody's just trying to get their career highs or trying to get their averages up. I think that's what it is. Puyi with the ball. Puyi over to Kia Nurse. Kia Nurse over to Key. Tiani Key back to Nurse. Nurse keeps the dribble alive. Nurse down the lane, double clutches, throws up the floater from 5 feet out and scores. Cuts the deficit to 20. Sophie Cunningham in the game. Caitlin Clark is on the bench, so if you need anything else from her, she's on the bench. Dantas on the drive, gets across the paint and gets fouled. Tiani Key with the foul. Bruh. So Demidis Dantas going to the line for 2 free throws. First free throw is up, and she rattles it in. Oh, who's that? Is that Grace Van Slooten? Grace Van Slooten minutes. She checks into the game for Sophie Cunningham as Dantas knocks down the second free throw. 111-89. Finally under a minute here. Conde with the ball. Maria Conde finds Yuskaita. Faces up on Timpson. Dribbles across. Almost loses the ball. Gets it back. Hands it off to Kia Nurse. Kia Nurse with 6 on the shot clock. Kia Nurse bumps off Timpson. Draws the foul. And Kia Nurse, the Canadian, will go to the line for 2 more free throws. Oh, I just seen Algeria scored. Man, I wasn't talking smack, but I said Argentina should make light work of them. Algeria has scored. I see it. Wow. Crazy, huh? World Cup, anything can happen. Seen Cape Verde lead Spain to a 0-0 draw. Belgium, and who Belgium played? Was it Iran? It was 1-1. So some of these big European teams, you know, anything can happen. That's a foul on you, Skyta. Bruh. Stop fouling. Please. 28.6 seconds to go. Dantis at the line knocks down the first free throw. I'm trying, yo. Bro, this last 3 minutes been like 20 minutes. Pui with the ball. Dantis knocks down the second one. Pui with the ball. Into the lane, throws up the floater. No good. Don't foul. Just let it be. Shot clock is off. And Stephanie White puts up the hand. She says, just let it be, please. She says, just stop. Thank you. Put us out of our misery here. As Raven Johnson dribbles out the clock, the Indiana Fever finish Commissioner's Cup play with a 5-1 record. They win 113-91 over the Tempo. Luke Kyle, appreciate you tuning in. We'll go over the box score one last time before we head out. And then I'm going to go watch some World Cup soccer. Let's take a look at this. So 113-91 was the score. 26-20 in the first for Indiana. 30-27 in the second for Toronto. Indiana 32-23 in the third, and then 28-18 in the fourth. For the Toronto Tempo, 11 points for Izzy Harrison, 8 rebounds. You had Yuskaita with a team high 19 points. Did have 5 fouls, 4 assists, 3 steals for her. Britt Sykes with 11. She went out with a non-contact injury in the third quarter. Hopefully she's okay. They said it's a foot injury. They didn't go into specifics. 18 from Marina Mabry, and Julie Alamon went out at halftime with a headache. She didn't score. Conde with 12, 2 for Key, 3 for Fagbenley, 10 for Kia Nurse off the bench, and my birthday twin, Tima Pui, with 5 points, the French guard. For the Fever, Mo Billings with 5.7 rebounds. You got Boston with 18 and 11 in 26 minutes. Chelsea Mitchell, game high 27 points, 6 for Lexi Hall, 21 points, 14 assists, 5 rebounds for Caitlin Clark. Didn't shoot it efficiently, 5 for 15, 1 of 8 from 3. Did have 6 turnovers as well, but you get the win however you can. Hines Allen with 7 minutes, no points. 22 minutes for Timpson with 2 points. Dantis with 4 in 2 minutes. 24 for Cunningham in 24 minutes. 6 of 7 from 3. And Raven Johnson with 6. So Fever moved to 8-5 on the season. Or is it 8-5? Is that right? They moved to 9-5 on the season, excuse me. Toronto dropped to 7-8. Okay. All right, y'all. That is it from me. I'll be back tomorrow for Chicago and New York. That game is at I think it's at 7:30 or 8 p.m. Eastern time. 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll be on the channel. 7:55. We'll talk about the starting lineups and if any players are out injured or whatnot. I appreciate all the jewels, the likes, the subs, the shares, everything that supports the channel here, both on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm about to go watch some World Cup soccer. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night, morning, wherever you are in the world. Salute!